So Amy, what is an independent mental capacity advocate?
So an IMCA, which is short for Independent Mental Capacity Advocate, is an advocate who supports people around potentially life-changing decisions.
And who can get an IMCA?
So a person that's assessed as lacking capacity around certain life decisions and who has no friends or family or any non-paid representatives for a decision maker to consult with.
What happens if family are being consulted but there's a disagreement about what's in the person's best interests?
So as long as family are being consulted, even if they disagree with the decision maker, then they wouldn't be eligible for an IMCA. However, they might be eligible for a Care Act advocate in those circumstances.
And why is it important to involve an IMCA?
Firstly, it's a statutory requirement for some decisions to involve an IMCA, but it provides a safeguard for people that don't have anybody that can be consulted, so no friends, family or unpaid support. And it ensures that a person's wishes and views are heard, that the best interest process is being followed correctly, and the least restrictive option is being considered by the decision maker.
And what type of decisions does an IMCA get involved with?
The decisions which are statutory are a change of accommodation, which would be someone moving from their own home to a care home or supported living, or maybe discharge from hospital. And then there's serious medical treatment decisions, which are around any kind of life-changing medical treatment decisions. So anything that, anything that might be done under a general anaesthetic. Treatment escalation plans is a really common one we see. Anything that is potentially life-changing and withholding treatment.
And would an IMCA get involved in the DOLS process at all?
So an IMCA could get involved with the assessment process for deprivation of liberty, or after an authorisation has been put in play, so after the assessment period, they can support either the person that's in the care home or their family if they're their representative.
So are there any other decisions where an IMCA may be instructed?
So there are certain decisions which are discretionary, so you don't have to request an IMCA, but you may feel that it's appropriate. Safeguarding of adults, and that's one of the only decisions where friends or family can be being consulted as part of the process, but someone could still qualify for an IMCA, but only if there's a change of accommodation being discussed as part of that safeguarding.
So what happens if there isn't a change of accommodation? Does someone...
So they would be entitled to a Care Act advocate for safeguarding. The other decision which is discretionary for an IMCA is care reviews, and again that would only be if there is a change of accommodation being discussed. If there isn't, then the person may be eligible for a Care Act advocate.
And how can you refer for an IMCA?
But the Devon Advocacy Consortium have a single point of contact which you can refer to, and there's also, we have a duty line, so an IMCA duty line, where if you have any questions or queries or whether or not to refer to us, then you can call us and speak to an IMCA directly and talk through the situation.